Your Majesty, a tactical analysis of the skirmish at Atuan's mill. What was, what will be, and what is may yet be spoiled by this report, which contains minor plot spoilers for Season 2, Episode 3 of This Turning of the Wheel of Time, and Book 2 describing Last Turning. From their beachhead at the port city of Falmer, the Seanchan have expanded their area of control inland, on the peninsula of Toman Head at deliberate pace, seizing women and girls seemingly at random, and compelling all, on pain of death, to swear oaths to obey, await, and serve their empire. Recently, at the inland village of Atuan's mill, they experienced unexpectedly stiff resistance from a group of Shinaran soldiers who were staying there temporarily. The Seanchan, though, did not deploy the horrific damane and suldam until after the Shinarans began to be effective, killing many Seanchan soldiers and successfully massing to attack the enemy infantry. Once deployed, the damane and suldam proved decisive, as the Shinarans had no effective means to counter them. The damane and suldam were organic to the raiding party and held in reserve while the Seanchan infantry attacked first. We know this because Atuan's mill is a few days' travel away from their beachhead at Falmer, too far for them to be sent as reinforcements from there partway through the battle. The Seanchan holding the damane and suldam in reserve is understandable to a point, because they are more valuable and difficult to replace. Yet, damane are able to attack at long range from a secure position, allowing them to shape the battlefield without the risk of being attacked. Herein lies the unexpected critical weakness of the Seanchan Empire's tactics here in the Westlands, and a way to counter their advance. We in the Westlands are more accustomed to facing a numerical disadvantage, usually from vast Trolloc hordes descending from the Blight. But we arguably have the opposite situation with the Seanchan. They, by definition, brought a limited number of troops from their imperial heartland across the Arath Ocean. The Seanchan are pressing the local population into military service, yes, but I am near certain that these troops will fight with less conviction and ferocity than those from the imperial heartland. If we engage the Seanchan infantry quickly and with great intensity during combat, and then retreat well before the damane and suldam are deployed to the fight, we can wear down the most effective and irreplaceable elements of the Seanchan infantry, all while only losing troops of our own that can be replaced with comparative ease. This would, of course, require a collective effort by the nations of the Westlands, similar to the Aiel War of not 20 years ago. We did it once before, and we could do it again. If your Majesty were to call upon the other nations to unite against these Seanchan invaders, I expect they would respond favorably. With enough engagements where we kill some of the Seanchan infantry but retreat before the damane and suldam arrive to defeat us, we could turn the tide against the Seanchan. Then, if we thoroughly deplete the enemy infantry and still cannot identify an effective counter to the damane and suldam, perhaps we could consider less sophisticated means to defeat them, such as complex ambushes or further exploiting our numerical advantage with rush tactics. After all, as they themselves say, an arrow can kill an Aes Sedai as easily as any other person. The lights send, we find more ways to defeat these monsters, so we can throw them back into the ocean from whence they came. Until then, though, this tactic may be the best option available to us. Your Majesty, this concludes our report. Forward the White Lion of Andor. My ladies and lords of the Westlands, rulers from sundry lands, if you find the reports my clerks and I produce to be helpful as you labor in the service of your people, do honor us with your raised thumbs, patronage, and subscriptions. Until our next report.